Our top focus story, the US president has once again read out the Riot Act to Pakistan, reiterating Pakistan has done nothing for the US despite taking billions of dollars from the United States. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan accused the US of being ungrateful for 75,000 sacrifices that Imran Khan claims Pakistan made in the US war on terror. The United States has already withheld and curtailed aid and reimbursements to Pakistan, but are these steps enough to get Pakistan to abandon terror?
Trump's first ever foreign policy speech as US president set the tone for the new administration's aggressive approach towards Pakistan.
We can no longer be silent about Pakistan's safe havens for terrorist organizations, the Taliban, and other groups that pose a threat to the region and beyond. We have been paying Pakistan billions and billions of dollars. At the same time, they are housing the very terrorists that we are fighting. But that will have to change, and that will change immediately.
First came the rebuke for housing terror groups, and then the threat of snapping aid to Pakistan. Donald Trump's first tweet on the first day of 2018 was a message to Pakistan, accusing it of lies and deceit. It cancelled $300 million in military aid to Islamabad for allegedly not doing enough against terror groups like the Haqqani network active on its soil. The Pakistan Prime Minister reacted sharply with a series of tweets. He asked why the 140,000 NATO troops and the $1 trillion spent in Afghanistan did not eliminate the Taliban.
I would certainly meet with Iran if they wanted to meet. I don't know that they're...
Barely 4 hours after Khan's tweets, Trump continued his tirade against Pakistan. On Twitter, he said, Pakistan was one of the countries that has only taken from the US without returning anything. Even before becoming the Prime Minister, Imran Khan had always been a staunch opponent of Pakistan's war on terror following the 9/11 attacks on the US. Khan had also accused America of acting at the behest of India.
ट्रंप को कोई समझ ही नहीं है कि ये जो सारी अफगानिस्तान के अंदर जंग हुई और जो पाकिस्तान में तबाही हुई, उसको ना लगता है कि उसको कोई बैकग्राउंड की इसकी नॉलेज है नहीं इसके पास, और इसको लगता है कि इसको ब्रीफ उन्होंने किया है जो कि पाकिस्तान के दुश्मन है.
Imran Khan now has taken Washington head-on in registering his strong protest against Donald Trump's comments. Islamabad summoned US envoy Paul Jones to protest Trump's Pakistan criticism.
Analysts believe that US and Pakistan relations continue to be one of the most important relations in the region, because US needs Pakistan until the time Afghanistan actually is going to see footprints of NATO forces inside on its soil, and that is why Pakistan continues to be an important ally, an unreliable ally, but an important ally to US in the war on terror.
The Pakistani media is upset. They've been parroting Imran Khan's lines about US not appreciating the sacrifices made by Pakistan in the US-led war on terror. Let's listen.
मुझे एहसास है कि इस वक्त अफगानिस्तान में उनको खासी दिक्कत पेश आ रही है, मुझे उसका एहसास है, लेकिन उस दिक्कत की वजूहात बहुत सी है ना. सारा जिम्मेदारी और सारा मलबा पाकिस्तान पे तो नहीं गिराया जा सकता.
ट्रंप साहब गो के बादशाह हैं यू टर्नों के और डबल गेम्स के. उनको अपना 20 अरब या 33 अरब तो नजर आ गया डॉलर, लेकिन हमारा नहीं नजर आया कि कौम नफसियाती बन चुकी है. 70,000 से ज्यादा शहादतें हो चुकी हैं, खरबों का नुकसान हो चुका है, अजीबो गरीब हैं. और ट्रंप साहब बीबी अल्लाह आपको खुश रखे, अल्लाह नहीं बल्कि भगवान खुश रखे.
सारी पुरानी बातें हैं. अमेरिका के इल्जामात और पाकिस्तान की इमदाद इस साल के शुरू से बंद है, और बड़ी अच्छी बात है कि बंद हो गई है. और अब इन्होंने जो बयान दिया है ये महज उन इल्जामात का इआदा है जो हम मई 2011 से सुनते चले आ रहे हैं।
ट्रम्प साहब गो के बादशाह हैं यू टर्नों के और डबल गेम्स के। उनको अपना 20 अरब या 33 अरब तो नजर आ गया डॉलर, लेकिन हमारा नहीं नजर आया कि कौम नफसियाती बन चुकी है, 70,000 से ज्यादा शहादतें हो चुकी हैं, खरबों का नुकसान हो चुका है, अजीबो गरीब हैं। और ट्रम्प साहब बीबी अल्लाह आपको खुश रखे, अल्लाह नहीं बल्कि भगवान खुश रखे।
Joining me now on the broadcast, Lieutenant General B.S. Jaswal, former Army Commander, Northern Command, Ambassador Vivek Kaju, former Secretary in the Ministry of External Affairs, former Ambassador to Pakistan, and Group Captain Sultan Hali, a well-respected defense analyst, joins us from Pakistan. Group Captain Hali, if you can hear me, from the 1st of January this year till date, US President Donald Trump has been repeatedly warning Pakistan, exposing Pakistan. Pakistan hasn't done a damn thing, as he puts it, for the US, despite billions of dollars flowing into Pakistan. That's rather sad commentary for a country that claims it has made 75,000 sacrifices, sir.
Thank you very much, Gaurav, for having me on your show. To start with, if it was anybody other than Donald Trump saying all this, then we would probably take a serious note of this. Donald Trump is known for his outbursts. He is known for his, irrational speech. That is why within hours of his this kind of accusation, Pentagon had to issue a statement stating that the military relations between the USA and Pakistan remain steadfast, and Pakistan is one of its closest allies. If this were not true, Pentagon wouldn't have had to do a lot of damage control like this. So we don't take Donald Trump seriously, and our
Okay, so you're saying you don't take Trump seriously, but you take
No,
the
sir.
cutback in AIDS very seriously, I'm sure. Ambassador Kaju, no longer is the US willing to turn a blind eye to Pakistan's double games. The US and NATO lives have been lost in Afghanistan because of Pakistan's support to terror, and Pakistan's double speak no longer cuts ice with the world, sir.
2 points. First, what President Trump has tweeted is absolutely accurate. But then I see this more by way of a temper tantrum than actual policy. Because Trump did the same thing on the 1st of January, the same temper tantrum. On the 21st of August last year, he had announced his Afghanistan and South Asia policy, where he had asked Pakistan to deliver more. And at that stage, Pakistan got absolutely frightened. They didn't know whether Trump meant business. And at that time, it seemed that he did. But later on, if you see the US policy towards Pakistan, there is some economic pressure. But on Afghanistan, Trump's policy is being as supine towards Pakistan on Afghanistan issue as was the policy of his predecessors. So in actual fact, what our Pakistani colleague is saying is true. The Pakistanis have realized that all this is hollow bombast. It amounts to very little, because the Americans have really not turned the screws on. And in fact, Gaurav, John Bolton had said a few weeks ago in a remark that because Pakistan has nuclear weapons, therefore the steps that have been taken till now, that is curtailing assistance, and that is what Trump has said here again, are the maximum that they can go.
Which is rather unfortunate.
Its impotence.
Rather unfortunate. General Jaswal, there is smoking gun evidence of Pakistan state involvement in support to terrorists in Afghanistan. Afghanistan's President Ashraf Ghani has gone on record to say that Taliban commanders are undergoing treatment at Pakistani military hospitals after recent operations. General Jaswal.
Yeah, absolutely right. As a matter of fact, the statement of the President of US, Trump, it's all a mind game. The pressure has to be put on Pakistan because US has been insisting to rein in the Haqqani group, which Pakistan is not prepared to do. As for the necessity of Pakistan, unfortunately, for US in military operations in Afghanistan, That remains. That remains. But as far as economic aid is concerned, he's cut not $300 million, he's cut $800 million.
Yes.
500 in January and 300 now. So the economic pressure is coming. And the reason is that now Pakistan, who was depending so heavily on Saudi Arabia, they have bailed them out with $6 billion, 3 for deferred payments and 3 for other things in cash.
Yes.
But it is a fact, established fact, that whatever aid was coming from US, it was being utilized to return debt, which China has been lavishing, giving it in a lavishing manner.
So,
to
Group Captain
Pakistan.
Hali,
So, the purpose for which the aid was being given,
yes, Group Captain Hali, the Prime
the
Minister.
purpose for which it was being given,
Yes.
was not utilized. That's exactly what's
Are you
Absolutely.
addressing-
Group Captain Hali, Imran Khan claimed
Yes.
75,000 casualties Pakistan suffered in this US war on terror. Pakistan claims $123 billion were lost by Pakistan. Unfortunately for Pakistan, no one's buying this. You are saying that the US is being ungrateful. It's actually the US that says Pakistan is being ungrateful.
Sir, to start with, it is not Imran Khan who is claiming. It is not the government of Pakistan or the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that is claiming the number of lives lost. I expect a reasonable and a very hard-working anchor like you, who is bent upon doing research, to please go to the South Asia terrorist portal, which is not manned or fed by Pakistan, and read the number of lives that have been lost in Pakistan in the war on terror and the economic setback that Pakistan has received. These figures are not ours. Number two, if Donald Trump is bent upon shutting down our aid and this spigot, actually we are very grateful to him. It was high time that it happened. Our previous governments had been bending backwards, even kowtowing to the Americans, listening to their demands and unreasonable demands as such of do more and many others.
But do more
now
is
we
not
have
an unreasonable
a
demand, Group Captain Hali. One would expect
sir, it
Pakistan,
is
I mean, these
unreasonable.
75,000 casualties that you say you've suffered, your country has suffered. Well, if you stop support to terror, there wouldn't be casualties. If you stop support, for example, to Haqqani network, to Afghan Taliban, to Lashkar-e-Taiba, to Jaish-e-Mohammed, this world would be such a beautiful place to live in.
Gaurav, allow me to say a small thing. Haqqani network and all are yesterday's story. Why is Zalmay Khalilzad now chasing after the Taliban, the same Taliban whom they had ousted in 2001, and they are now begging them to come to the negotiations table, and they are asking Pakistan to facilitate them. So I think you need to get your facts right.
No, sir, my facts are right. My facts are the same as the rest of the civilized world. Pakistan may or may not believe those facts, sir. But let me bring in, Ambassador Vivek Kajju. He understands this region far better than most. Ambassador Kajju, is there merit in Pakistan saying that there are 14,000 plus NATO troops, 250,000 Afghan troops, more than $1 trillion spent, and yet the Taliban today are stronger than they ever were post 9/11, and this is failure of the US policy, and the US is wrong to blame Pakistan for its failures. Ambassador Kajju.
Again, 2 points, Gaurav. The first is that yes, Pakistan has lost thousands of lives to terror, but unfortunately these lives have been lost because of Pakistan's own policies, not because of any other country inflicting these losses on Pakistan. Pakistan has reaped, unfortunately, what it had sowed. I regret to say this, but this is a fact. And I hope our Pakistani colleague on the panel will introspect on the words that I'm saying and not dismiss them. The second point, the fact is that the US policy on Afghanistan has failed. That this is a no-brainer. But why has it failed? It has failed because the US itself has not carried out what Donald Trump, for example, had threatened on the 21st of August 2017, when with great fanfare he had personally announced his administration's Afghanistan and South Asia policy. And that threat was that if Pakistan does not close the terrorist training camps, the safe havens as he had called them, the sanctuaries for the Taliban in Pakistan,
Yes.
then America would do something about it. He has not done anything about it.
Exactly.
And that is the primary reason for the failure of the American policy.
General
No other
Jaswal-
real reason.
General
If they
Jaswal,
had
you're a
gone into
military
Pakistan
commander.
territory to clean up
Yes.
the sanctuaries, the Americans would not be in the difficult straits they are in all Afghanistan that
Absolutely,
they
Ambassador
find themselves
Kaju.
today.
Absolutely, sir. General Jaswal, you're a military commander. Is the US making the same mistake in Afghanistan that we have been making in India? We are killing terrorists in India. They are killing terrorists in Afghanistan, and that's like pruning branches and leaves of the terror tree with roots in Pakistan. Unless terror bases are hit in Pakistan, terror will not be defeated, General Jaswal.
I totally agree with your statement, the last line which you have said. And Mr. Trump has already said, when he said curtail the Taliban, whom we are fighting in Afghanistan and to whom they are giving safe haven in Pakistan, curtail them as also stop sending terrorists to neighboring countries.
Yes.
Till the time Pakistan does not stop this factory, this nursery of terrorists, I think we will keep fighting both in India and Afghanistan. Terrorist activities will have to be countered with military operations.
So
There's no
terror
doubt
needs
about
to be
it.
hit at source.
It is very sad, actually, Group Captain Hali.
Yes.
Yeah, Group Captain Hali, it's a real sad thing that, with due respect to your views, that why should Pakistan, put a veil in front of its face when reality is there that you are supporting terrorists?
Absolutely.
Nurseries. I mean,
Group Captain
Jaish
Hali?
Muhammad, Hafiz Saeed, everyone, the world knows.
Exactly.
And now to say that, sorry, we are not supporting terrorists. So we
And
have
put
done a lot of
Hafiz Saeed
sacrifice.
in
Sorry,
jail.
it
Group
doesn't
Captain
hold
Hali,
water.
the
It
general
doesn't hold
appreciation
water.
in the US, Afghanistan and in India is that terrorists, whether in Afghanistan or in India, are controlled by Pakistan's ISI, by GHQ. Unless terror is tackled at source, there will be no success either in Afghanistan or in India, sir. And no good news for Pakistan either.
Okay, Gaurav, I respect both the panelists that you have. They are both very seasoned professionals, each in their own field, and I really respect their views. But with due apology, I want to make 2 points. One, that currently the Taliban control nearly 70% of Afghanistan. Why would they need safe haven in Pakistan?
Why are
when
they going to
have the-
Pakistan for medical treatment
Please
after
allow-
the operations in Kunduz? And that is not some
Please allow me to
intelligence
finish.
information. That is Afghanistan's president
I
saying so,
know
sir.
this fairly well. Gaurav, give me a minute after the group captain has spoken.
Gaurav,
Yes.
Gaurav, allow me to complete my piece. The second point I want to make is that did you read the Asian Tribune op-ed on October 26, 2018, saying that RAW was behind the killing of the
Come on, sir.
NDS and CIA operatives in Kandahar? I'm quoting
Come
an
on, sir.
op-ed which was
Have a heart. Have a heart. And last word to Ambassador Kaju. Last word. I have 30 seconds on the broadcast. Last words to Ambassador Kaju. Go on, sir.
I think, Gaurav, the fact is that the Americans were never serious about the Taliban. Their focus was always on the Al-Qaeda, and they struck a Faustian bargain with Pakistan right at the beginning, which is in November of 2001 and then in
Yes.
the early part of 2002. And that is the reason why this war has been the longest war today for America, and America today
Yes.
is suffering what I can only say a strategic retreat. They are strategically desperate.
Rather unfortunate. Let's hope someone takes the bull by the horns.
Throw his tantrum.
I would
But
love to
this is the
continue with
fact.
this discussion, but there's breaking news. There's breaking news that's coming in, gentlemen. The Delhi police special cell, they've arrested a suspected terrorist. Now, this is a suspected Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist. He's been arrested in connection with the killing of a sub-inspector Imtiaz Mir in Pulwama in October The suspected terrorist has been identified as Ansarul Haq. The Delhi police have arrested him. They had been hunting for this terrorist for the past 20 days and he was arrested at the Delhi airport. Let's quickly listen into the Delhi police.
पिछले महीने 28 अक्टूबर को एक वाही बाग पुलवामा में जगह है, वहाँ पर एक सब इंस्पेक्टर इम्तियाज अहमद मीर जो कि 30 साल के थे, उनकी डेड बॉडी, बुलेट रिडन डेड बॉडी मिली थी। ये शख्स उसी केस में गिरफ्तार किया गया है। बैकग्राउंड ये है कि पुलवामा के जिस जगह पे मीर अहमद साहब रहने वाले थे, इम्तियाज अहमद मीर साहब, वहाँ पर एक जनरल थ्रेट दी गई थी कि सारे पुलिस वाले और एसपीओ वगैरह हैं वो पुलिस को छोड़ दें, और उस टेरर थ्रेट के चलते इम्तियाज अहमद मीर का मर्डर किया गया।
I quickly want to cut across to my colleague Akash Koluru for more on this. Akash, what more can you tell us? What was the suspected terrorist doing at the airport?
Gaurav, from the intelligence sources and the Delhi police, we found out that the terrorist was traveling to Srinagar from Bengaluru, and the police received an input from one of their sources about the same, and that he was going to halt at the Delhi airport before he takes the flight to Srinagar, and that is exactly when they nabbed this person who's called Ansarul Haq, happens to be an English graduate and is wanted in the murder that was committed of Sub-Inspector of Jammu and Kashmir Police Imtiaz Ahmad Mir on the 28th of October 2018. So this, though it cannot bring back the matter, it definitely now means that justice can be served. So this is good news coming in, Gaurav.
Akash, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. We will continue to track developments on the story very closely, but that is all I have time for on India First this evening. Many thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.